G'day, how you doing? In this race I'm racing at Mallala in the LH Torana SLR 5000. This is the 1974 Peter Brock car. And what's happened is in this race I spun out on the first lap, so I'm fighting my way from the back to the front, and I'm doing some aggressive moves early on in this video because I wanted to see if I can make it. I had a little bit of a contact there with the Bob Morris XU1. Try not to do that, but this is racing, I suppose. You know, we're pushing it hard. Luckily it's a simulator. So I got past him. Next it's just this little XU1 in front of me, the Grice XU1. And then it's onto the Falcons, and then I'll be behind my teammate Colin Bond, who's way up in first in the other Holden dealer team, LH Torana. Now this corner here is where I spun on the first lap, as I mentioned. You're about to see basically my tyre marks. They're right there. Yeah, it must have given it a bit too much throttle coming out of that little corner. The 308 Holden probably got the better of me. I normally drive the LJ model Toranas, which is the model in front of me at the moment. I really enjoy driving them, but they're quite a bit more tail happy, I suppose, than the LH. They're a bit narrower and a lot longer, I suppose, in terms of wheelbase, the ratio. The car goes a little bit skittish there, using a lot of brake pressure into that corner. It's a very tight corner at the end of a pretty fast straight. What I'm doing here is a little bit aggressive. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to not necessarily pass Gricey there, but I'm just trying to upset his line a little bit. I'm trying to throw him off and put a bit of pressure on him to see if he'll crack. I'm going to do it again here, you watch. Just disturb him a little bit, you know, let him know I'm there. Now the 308 obviously has a lot more power than the 202 here, so but he's a little bit nimble, so he's gonna probably get me in this corner. That's okay. I'll crisscross him and use the 308 on the straight again. Okay, so now it's just those 4 Falcons in front. It's 3 XAs led by an XB of Alan Moffat. And then I'll be behind my teammate Colin Bond for a 1-2 win. The Holden dealer team, I suppose. Now these Falcons here, they're pretty powerful cars. They're possibly a little bit more powerful than the Torana, but they still don't quite corner as well, I feel. I mean, that's just my experience of driving the Toranas. I don't drive the Fords too much because I'm a Holden boy. But still, quite a formidable opponent. It's quite a bit easier, I suppose, to match these Falcons in the LHs, particularly at the bigger circuits. Mallala is a fairly tight circuit, but it relies on power out of these tight little corners, so the V8s do pretty well here. Very close now to Murray Carter. See, I think I might get him into this next corner. Yeah, just got him in the run down. He's going to try and pass. I think he's going to sit next to me at one point, but it's going to mess up his own line, I suppose. And now it's on a Goss. And the LH Torana, when it came out, was just struggled a fair bit. It was oh, here we go. Just roll into this corner, and there's Goss gone. As I was saying, the LH Torana, when it came out, had a bit of a troubling debut. Suffered from inadequate gearbox, differentials, used to snap axles, and a few other little things like oil surge problems, and so you had to drive these cars very, very gently, probably a lot more so than I am right now. But this video I wasn't sure if I'd upload. I just played this before I went to bed, and I thought it was a great little race someone might enjoy, so put it out. I don't normally drive the LH, I normally drive the LJs, as I said earlier, so it's quite fun to try something a little bit different. Closing in now on these Falcons. About 2 laps to go. Now something must have happened to Bondi on this particular lap. Getting a bit close there. Probably going to have a little bit of touch there. Try not to have that happen too much, but it's racing, it happens. Try not to do it though. But something must happen to Bondi, because in a minute you're going to see him go into the pits. There he goes now. You might see him on the left. So I've realised now that the 1-2 victory is out of the picture. I've got to carry the team now, is what I'm thinking in my mind. I've just passed French. This is very good for me, because now it just means that I've got virtually the whole circuit left to take down the leader, Moffat, the new leader. Tried to come up the inside, very aggressive move. I'm trying to get this done. So all I have to do is coast to the finish. But obviously he's got more power on the straight. I love the cameras on this circuit. The guys who made it did a great job. Now you can see I've alongside him again for the hairpin, but coming out of it he's got a little bit more grunt than the LH to pass me down the straight. I let him go because I don't want to spin out again or something like that. Now he's got the power, but I've got the braking, as you can see. And I come down the inside, and now I'm thinking I'm just going to coast it to the line. I don't want to mount the ripple strips and run too wide. I did there, but luckily still on the ripple strip. So, but that was it. That's the last lap completed. So I've won. Quite a nice, fun little race. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.